Okay, guys, can we just talk about how effed up this entire autism fetish thing is? Like, seriously, as an autistic guy, going on the internet and seeing all these videos of autistic people getting fetished for being shy is just effed up. Legit. I don't know what's going on and why people are suddenly fetishing us, but it's weird. Anyways, for this video, I just quickly want to talk about how weird this is and why it is, because there seems to be a bit of misinformation on autism. So let's get started. First off, I have seen a lot of fetishing on the internet in recent weeks. Just here the other day, I found a video from someone called Yumiverse, where she talked about how she was attracted to autistic men because they couldn't figure out how to socialize and communicate and couldn't do things like eye contact. She's attracted to us because of a handicap that's destabilizing a lot of us and giving a lot of us struggle in life. And that's fine and all, except for the part where she is attracted to us because we are handicapped, if that makes sense. Awesome look. And so I find this a bit weird. Like, I find it a bit weird how this is what she's attracted to, because from my perspective, one, that's not really what autism is. Sure, most of us struggle with social and communicative things. I myself have I myself struggle a lot with some communicative things. I, for example, can't naturally read body language. That's all learned rules. That's things I've observed and learned, kind of like. I found a lot of videos on and such. So we do, of course, have our struggles, a lot of us. But with that said, not everyone have a communicative disorder. I, for example, know this guy who can perfectly read body language, even though he's autistic just like me. Like, legit, this dude, he goes out to parties and everything, and he just perfectly fine with communicating, with talking, with reading. He can understand everything. Oh my gosh, this looks so cute. Sorry about the distraction. I just didn't expect to see a baby golem. Oh, damn, that's cute. Anyways, as I was saying, this guy, he can just really communicate with everyone. He knows how to read body language. He knows how to joke. He knows how to speak. He knows how to do everything you neurotypicals can do, of those neurotypicals that may find this video. And to a fellow neurodivergents, yeah, he does have some things I don't have, and some of you may not have, even though he's autistic, because this autism lies more in things like perfectionism and furthermore in sensory disorders. And so with that said as well, another thing is autism isn't just about communicative disorders. It is just as much about whether or not you suffer from various neurological conditions that every autistic person may or may not have. Okay, I said that wrong. What I'm trying to say is some of us will suffer from some things and some of us will not. And some of these things are simply not about communication. There's, for example, sensory sensitivity, which is awfully common among autistic people. I myself consistently suffer from being extremely sensitive to my surroundings. I can't really handle a lot of textures. I'm extremely picky with my food, and furthermore, I have a sound sensitivity that easily overwhelms me as I can constantly hear noise like my computer and my ventilation. And this is just a part of autism that a lot of people wouldn't fetish. Like, I don't see someone like Yumiverse being attracted to a guy who freaks out over a bit too much noise at a party, or over the fact he can't stand perfume because it smells too strong, or that he can't stand wearing 90% of clothes because of the material they are made out of. Oh, awesome jump. I love this pack. Anyways, and furthermore, autism can also cause other issues outside of course, sensory. For example, you can suffer from rigid perfectionism, which is another common one among autistic people. You know what? I'm just taking this chest. A lot of autistic people suffer from this rigid perfectionism where everything needs to be done to a T. To explain it best, some of us have this struggle where we need to follow certain routines a certain way, and things have to be placed a certain way. I, for example, can stand uneven things. If I see something uneven, I have to correct it. And this can be quite overwhelming and hard for neurotypicals to handle, actually. They often can't handle us because of this, because it becomes too much for them. And yet, and I don't think, once again, someone who fetishes autism would actually like that part of autism. Sure, they may think autism is great with the entire communicative thing, which is still effed up, by the way. But with that said, they would not find it great if it was, for example, who if the autistic person couldn't stand when something went different than usually or something was misplaced. They wouldn't be able to handle us in that way. I don't think so. Like, if you can handle autism for what it is, with all of its drawbacks that it may have, then sure, you can fetish us all what you want. But that's not what I'm seeing happening. Instead, I'm seeing people fetish is a disorder they clearly don't understand, because autism is not just about the entire communicative thing, which, again, though most of us have, some of us don't. So overall, I just find this fetish of autism to be effed up, and I just quickly wanted to vent about that. Ooh, cool helmet. And I overall just don't really get why people are fetishing it, because this is a disorder, this is a disability. As far as I know, there's not really a lot of good to autism. That may just be my experience, by the way. I do not know a lot of good to this diagnosis, at least. And I don't think a lot of autistic people do. Like, sure, some of us have that Einstein intelligence or similar things, which is not even related to autism, by the way, though you are most likely autistic if you're that smart. So again, I just don't really get this entire fetish thing, and I find it effed up. And I just quickly want to talk about that, because what the H world. And then as a final thing, I actually probably should say is... No, wait, actually, what was I thinking about? Okay, I forgot what I was thinking about. Sorry, just a moment. So one final thing is how overall neurotypicals shouldn't be fetishing something they don't even understand. I don't think you should fetish a concept you don't have an understanding of. That would be like saying you love soccer without knowing what soccer is about. And I just don't see that be as something okay to do. Anyways, I think I'll end this video here when I've just quickly mined this stone. And then I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments, and I wish you a great day.